We pick it up 5 minutes into the first quarter.
That's his first grand final. You'll certainly remember his first. Be many more, perhaps, if Collingwood stay there. Barham, 18 years of age, a good kick. Up the full forward. Kink with a lot of strength there, but the kick smothered. Finals fumbles. There'll be plenty of these about. They'll be easy to find. A tackle put on by Cowton around Ray Shaw's neck. And he'll take the free kick.
Fought hard, then Jeffrey, didn't he?
He certainly did. Well, he's such a courageous player. And Rovers have got to be picking up the crumbs, particularly around goals, because obviously they're the ones that are going to kick a lot of goals today. Well, he's about 30 metres out. Plenty of power in that kick. But he's not on line. It's through for Collingwood's second score, and that makes them, at this stage, 2 behinds.
6 minutes gone in the first quarter. And again, Daryl Sutton with the ball. Finds Gumbleton, moving across towards the back pocket. Travelled about 25 metres, the kick. It's Wayne Gordon standing the mark. Collingwood 2 behinds, North yet to score. Collingwood with the use of the breeze in the first term, and edge out by Thompson on Keenan. Unpenalised. Ross Dunn moving in on the ball. Tanner lukewarm about tackling him. Magro sends it square, but he didn't mean to. Finds Wearmouth. And Ron Wearmouth has the potential to be the match-winning rover amongst the quartet. Wearmouth, lovely kick towards Moore. Late on the move was Peter Moore. Collingwood now closed up by the North Melbourne defence. Barry Cable spears the pass back into trouble. Cable has to double up when Keenan spilt it, and umpire Sutcliffe moves in and there'll be a bounce. Dangerous football that, by hand passing back to a slow, big moving fellow like Keenan. Now Keenan contests the knock against Peter Moore this time. Collingwood players burrowing. Ray Shaw's in there again. Now Kink, kick smothered. Scrappy football on the Collingwood forward line. Daryl Sutton with his 4th kick in play looks for Tanner and finds the player. Good mark by Tanner, because he has Magro coming the other way, and Xavier Tanner has marked in the centre for North Melbourne.
Kicks to centre half forward. Bridus in front being impeded. A one-arm attempt by Gott, goes over his head with a bad bounce. He recovers, but he's caught. Play goes on. Here's Croswell in the thick of things. Coming through Ireland to Manasseh. Back with Dench leading in the race with the ball, and marks on his chest. Bursts away. Drives North Melbourne towards goal. Through for a goal for North Melbourne from David Dench, the full back. What inspiring play by the skipper.
9 minutes of play gone. First quarter.
Baker back in the centre square for the knockdown.
Running in from about 30 metres out with knees under his chest, but it's not going his way. Thompson palmed it. He's winning well on the ruck, Thompson. Richardson loses it. Cable fumbled. This is Cowton fumbling as well, with a hand on his back by Wearmouth. And Cowton will take the free kick.
What a good player he's been in the final series.
He has,
Jeff.
but I wonder if he can put it together in this most important one, the grand final. Kick down to the half-forward flank. Oh, you could read that. Worthington punch it away. There goes Manasseh, 31, striding right into it. He kicked it before he picked it up. A good bump there by Bridus. It's on between those two. Byrne gets the ball back quickly to Schimmelbusch. Onto Bridus. He goes straight through Richardson. He's showing plenty of vigour. Wearmouth takes it. Shrugs off the tackle. Good stuff, Wearmouth. Running through the centre. Beautiful play. Individual play. Up towards full forward to Moore. Spilt it. Shaw goes through. Can't take the ball with him. Montgomery fumbling. North fumbling badly on the back line. Whistle's gone. Free kick. Frank Gumbleton.
Yes, Gumbleton was pulled off the ball. Nowhere near it. Finds Alves a half-back. North Melbourne playing good football now. Nice lead by Dench again. Dench is on the half-back line at present. On Ross Dunn. And that's where he scored his goal from. Stephen Eck comes across towards the half-forward flank member's side. North Melbourne with far more possession than Collingwood. Looking for Croswell. Bridus is there. Off hands. Baker, open goal. And he scored it. 2 goals to North.
Ian Robinson. He'll bounce it. And this time it will be a one-on-one. Keenan and Thompson side by side now, not from opposite sides of the ring. Thompson nudges Keenan, and it goes to Casson of North Melbourne. He hooks it back, but Picken will mark. No, it's knocked away from him. No free kick. There's John Byrne from North Melbourne again. The long hand pass goes down towards the elusive Tanner. He shoots it back into the goal square and through for a behind. So it's 2 goals, 1 to North Melbourne, 2 behinds to Collingwood.
Kevin Worthington, the boy from Claremont, WA, put in a wonderful season for the Magpies at full-back. That's a good kick. Plenty of concentration that, but Gordon couldn't take it. Here goes Caston. He's a great competitor, fiery. Was riding Magro right into the ground then.
It's gone the other way.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. No. Just mentioned the man on the mark, actually. And Magro. Not a bad kick for the little fellow. Down to the wing this time. Oh, the back was Keenan. A lot depends on Keenan today. If he cracks, North Melbourne are in trouble in that ruck division. He's the only tall man. Look at that spin out there by Rene Kink. A pick up here by Tanner. A wonderful player last week. Not gone by Montgomery. Picking up the crumbs is Malcolm Blight. The tackling when the pressure's really on. Across to Tanner. The lead by Schimmelbusch. Good play. Schimmelbusch on the wing. He's getting 2 leads further afield. He goes for the handball to the man slipping away that half position.
Alves
it is. Alves down to the half-forward flank. Cable waiting at the back of the pack. Up they go. A good one to Ick. Schimmelbusch. Too far out to score. The short one in towards the half-back flank. A wrestling match. Umpire's giving the free kick. And it's going to Schimmelbusch.
Against Len Thompson.
There's going to be a battle on that wing because neither of these players, Schimmelbusch nor Alves, will give up. In towards full forward. Oh, the punch was on there. Here goes John Byrne for North. That's Wayne Gordon. Just taps quickly on towards Worthington. Out of bounds on the half-back flank. Almost 40 minutes play. 2-1 North Melbourne and 2 behinds Collingwood.
Thompson gets the knock away from Malcolm Blight. Finds Wearmouth. Beautiful palming by Thompson. Now Kink and Sutton. Sutton in front. Off hands. Ross Dunn read it beautifully. Tries to run through Keenan and does it with superior pace. Beautiful judgment. Dunn goes for goal. It's swinging offline. Down to Moore. Moore had the front spot. Should have held it. Tackle. Umpire Robinson on the spot. Goes to Anderson. A goal for Collingwood. That's their first. Good play by Ross Dunn. Moved the ball forward nicely from the half-forward line. Showed great judgment. Knew he could run round the big fellow Keenan. And that's Collingwood's first goal, but it's taken 14 minutes of wind-assisted play in the first term.
Action again. Once again, Thompson and Keenan. Thompson with a front berth. An indeterminate knock. Schimmelbusch paddles it towards Ick. Bounces off his chest, but he's still in there competing. Knocked over by Cable. Knocked back by Manasseh. Still Casson in there trying to get the ball. Slips and gets it under control nicely. Shovels it out. Suspiciously like a throw. Wearmouth takes Schimmelbusch out of the play. Sutton and Kink again. This time Carlton for North Melbourne. Away he goes. He's run his full quota and boots them to centre half forward. In front, John Byrne. Behind Ireland. Gordon for Collingwood picks it up. Boots it to the outer side of the ground, and we're waiting for it. There's John Casson. He's in all sorts of trouble there. 2 tackles. One, a slight suspicion of a push. And he shoved Max Richardson from behind. Max Richardson retaliated by clasping him a bear's hug. And Casson too close to the man on the mark. 15-metre penalty, says umpire Sutcliffe. You went over. And I don't know, at 6 of one and a half, a dozen of the other. Casson again to the centre half forward position. Blight all the way. Pickham running under the ball, and Blight almost within scoring distance if he can get one of his usual mammoth kicks at the ball. He does. It's a towerer, but it's offline. Through for North's second behind from the boot of Malcolm Blight. So they're 2 goals 2. Collingwood 1 goal 2.
Thompson running to the centre of the ground, and that's the player that Worthington will kick the ball to. Had a good season, Len Thompson. Not getting off the ground as well. Keenan runs into the position to mark. Knocked away from Gordon. Quick pick up there by Alves. Boots it straight up and straight down. Ooh, Ick coming through solidly. That's John Byrne battling away there for North Melbourne. The standard of football in these first few minutes of this first quarter, in fact about 16 minutes, is good material. Blight ran into a bear trap then. Will be on obvious ball up. The ball up's taking place about 45-50 metres out from North Melbourne's goal. Thompson runs in. Good tap, Thompson. Wrong player picked it up. Henshaw a long way out of position down. A mark, Baker. He's going to prove a problem boy for Collingwood. Remembering those sensational marks he took from any and every angle last week against Hawthorn, but he wasn't kicking straight. Today, he already has one goal up from his first shot for goal. Out in front. Goal number 2 for Baker. 100% result so far in this match, and it takes North Melbourne now to 3 goals to Collingwood on 1-2.
It's the first quarter. North with a lead. Dunn and Moore. Blight from the back, trying to barge through is Dunn. There's a tug of war going on there, and we'll see a bounce. It's only 15 metres out from Collingwood goal.
Sutcliffe, the good knock out of the centre. Oh, Ireland showing a lot of dash there as he gets it onto his boot, running full tilt. Good lead mark by Anderson, Collingwood's only goal kicker so far. A long kick right up towards Moore at the edge of the goal square. Got a hand to it. Good enough. Yes, it was, David. It's good enough. You're not going to be given much time at all, particularly in the first 2 quarters in this match, to hang on to that ball. There'll be a fist right between your hands instantaneously, and that's what happened then. But Moore was good enough to hang on to it that fraction of a second. Collingwood desperately needing goals. A poor first quarter when they kicked 1-5. North Melbourne with 4-4, and Phil Baker, the star for North, with 3 straight goals. But now it's Peter Moore's turn. Good kick. That's it. Straight through. Good enough.
Collingwood's second goal came in the first 60 seconds of the second term. So North Melbourne lead by 11 points after the first 60 seconds of the second term. Magro drives Collingwood forward again, looking for Anderson, whose well-directed kick resulted in that second goal. Daryl Sutton hugs the boundary line with the kick. In fact, it might just bounce inside by a metre, and it's out of play in front of the Collingwood reserves bench. Centre wing, members side. Ruckman, Thompson and Gary Cowton doing the work for North Melbourne. Barry Cable roving beautifully, grabbed, didn't have the ball. Barham goes down, and that's the penalty that's been paid so far by these umpires. Any player ridden from behind will take the penalty free. Barham, true centre wing, directing the ball along the flank. That's not well played, and Daryl Sutton intercepts and takes the mark for North. Sutton half back. Again, back to the centre wing spot. Croswell climbing on the back of the pack. Schimmelbusch didn't have anywhere near possession of the ball, and Schimmelbusch takes the free kick. The North Melbourne wingers, Schimmelbusch and Alves, on top in the first term. North Melbourne lead 4-4 to 2-5 as Schimmelbusch takes North forward.
The centre half forward position. Bright is set to mark on his own. Oh, everybody. Manasseh stood there hoping for help from the tall timber, and it just didn't come. And this is Arnold Brightus. That would have to be the easiest mark ever in a grand final. Number 6 for North Melbourne. Drives at goalwards. It's got all the height. It hasn't quite got the distance. Off hands and through for a behind. And we'll credit that one to Arnold Brightus. But certainly it was a mismatch in height, and I do believe Manasseh was waiting for the tall timber to come and punch the ball. Worthington favours the outer side of the ground. It's a wobbly. Keenan in front, being held by the arm by Thompson. He's allowed to get away with it. Manasseh bunches it along the ground towards Richardson, who forgets there's a football there and goes in to charge the man. Now picks up the footy and puts Collingwood into attack, but coming up is Henshaw to take the easiest of grabs at right half back on the outer side of the ground. There's a lead from Cable on the line of the centre square, and Barry Cable, who's been very quiet so far, drives North just over the forward line, looking for Croswell and Ireland, and marking on his own hide. Croswell and Ireland with arms locked. Into the centre to Weymouth, who's been danger man for Collingwood. Away he goes. A bad kick, though. Through Montgomery's legs, past everybody, coming up to meet it. Cumberland tunnels it, kick, picks it up and fires for goal, puts it through! Oh, what a comedy of errors.
You'd only see that in the grand final. It could never happen in a normal match.
Good thinking by Tomo to escape from the scene, but he just has nobody to kick to, and you can see the frustration on his face. Thompson back towards the half-back line, looking for Dunn. You can see the pressure that Dunn's under, two North Melbourne tall men against him. Does it well, though, and finds Renee King coming down from the forward line. Leaves the Collingwood forward line very open. Now this is Robert Hyde. He's a long way down from the forward back line. A beautiful tackle by Cowton, and he's robbed Collingwood of possession. Barry Cable spins his way out of trouble. Great defence, North Melbourne, and the third man in the scene was Ken Montgomery, but Collingwood equal to the task. Wayne Gordon through the centre, keeping the pressure on the North Melbourne defence. Long raking kick, Peter Moore. Beautiful pass by Gordon.
Terrible error by Montgomery, who could have chopped that off.
Well, it was one of those passes where the ball was sent out a long way in front of Moore, and Moore made great ground, just left Gumbleton lamenting about 5 metres behind. Now, Peter Moore has 1 goal, 1. The chance to put Collingwood within 2 points. They trail by 8. Kick by Moore, it's drifting off to behind only. 1 goal, 2. Some bad kicking for goal. Max Richardson has 3 behinds for Collingwood. Arnold Brightis has 4 straight behinds for North Melbourne, and there's the kicking on the board, which shows tension in this game. 4 goals, 9 North, Collingwood 3-8.
Sutton goes to the outer side of the ground. Oh, magnificent mark, Xavier Tanner. Max Richardson a good 5 metres over the mark. He won't come back. He does now for umpire Sutcliffe, who's been very, very cool and well in charge of this. Brightis thumped in the back. It goes unpenalised. Casson gets clear for North and boots them into attack. Croswell leading. Baker! Croswell going through. Croswell still going through. There's plenty of biffs and guffs in there. But a free kick to Worthington. No to Gott. This is one of Doug Gott's very few kicks for this match. Go and play on, he says. Allows him to run around 2 players. Feed it through to Manasseh. Manasseh up in the Kink direction, but Sutton behind. Wayne Richardson down towards Moore and Gumbleton. Moore hits him on the shoulder. Gumbleton in front. A lovely shepherd by Cowton, who's putting real pressure on the Collingwood forward line. And finally, one of those ticky-touch with free kicks. And it'll go to Malcolm Blight.
There's a lot of great footballers out there not doing very much today. Just an indication of how much pressure's on. Cable's in trouble, but good enough to get out of it. Cowton, and he sees the gap and goes straight through it and kicks it into the centre where Manasseh's got best chance, but he's not tall enough. Brightis is there with Tanner. Manasseh still with the ball. Good play. It's Magro, actually. Magro and a mark to Keenan. Well, he had to take it. He was the only one there. And he's at the half-back line. And 4 marks to Keenan. Directs it towards the wing. Well, that's a fine mark.
Brightis.
Yes, he's doing extremely well, Arnold Brightis. He's really blossomed in this final series. The lead on that flank to Stan Owls, just that metre in front, that's all you need to be of your opponent when it's dropping in front of you, and he's marked on the wing. The kick coming down towards the half-forward flank. Thompson's there. He'll punch it away, I believe. This is Stephen Nick now with a chance to score. Good-looking kick. Oh! The irony of the whole thing, it hit the post. Into time on, 2nd quarter, and North Melbourne are 33, Collingwood are 26.
6 behinds only in this term to North Melbourne. And a lot of them have been goal-scoring opportunities. North Melbourne holding a very slender lead, only 8 points. And they led by 17 at the start of this second term. So it's been Collingwood's quarter in net value. Kick taken by Wayne Gordon. Magro drops the easy mark after taking a beauty a moment ago. But butters up well. Goes back for a second serve. To half-forward he goes. Looking for Graham Anderson, who's lurking in true half-forward fashion behind that pack. Ross Henshaw goes down. There's Anderson on the play now. Kick towards the Collingwood goal. Coming out is Gumbleton. Traps it well. Didn't take enough time about the play, though. Wayne Richardson. Back in the direction of Kink. 3 North Melbourne players against Kink. And the mark has been paid to Ken Montgomery. Finds Dench on the outer side. And Dench has Tanner going past. Tanner drops the kick in the direction of Keenan, but it could well be out of play on the full. No, just off hands, and there'll be a boundary throw in. So 28 minutes of play gone in this second term, and North Melbourne lead 34-26.
Thompson and Keenan. Weirmouth this time emerging. as he's done most roving displays. Down the centre of the ground, Schimmelbusch in front, misses the bounce, but Sutton backs him up and badly. Magro, Wayne Richardson, back in there to a relieving Henshaw. Henshaw across here, looking for John Byrne and finding him. John Byrne with Schimmelbusch and also with Casson to Schimmelbusch. Schimmelbusch will run round a very nasty and crude tackle by Shaw and kick straight into the arms of Len Thompson. I think Arnold Brightis went up to say, "I'm sorry, but I don't believe it."
Thompson, unruffled, playing a super game. Look at that pass, beautiful to his teammates and his old colleague and former captain too in Wayne Richardson, down towards Moore. He's getting in front of Gumble and he's got a bit too much pace, and let's not lose sight of the fact that Peter Moore's about 6'5" tall and runs like a rover, leaps like a deer and can kick goals.
You just ran out of superlatives then, Jeff.
He's playing a good game down there. All running out there in front. Another one of the Collingwood youngsters with a big future, as well as a good present too. That's a fine kick. It's a goal. Didn't move offline. That's his second goal, and Collingwood is certainly overhauling out. There's only 2 points of difference.
As once again, it's Worthington. Keenan and Thompson done from the back. Well, two pairs of hands touch that. Play on, calls umpire Robinson, as Dunn goes up the centre. Kink in front, Dench behind him, and Kink marks. Thinks about a hand pass to someone going past, but it was North Melbourne's John Byrne. Kink looking for Moore and Gumbledon, one-on-one here. Moore in front to mark. Well, when you've got about 4 or 5 inches on your opponent, and it's a standing duel, it's very, very difficult for the smaller man of the two to combat height, youth and agility. His 5th mark, number 30 for Collingwood, has already scored 2 goals, 2 behinds, is 20 metres out, almost directly in front. And he's now scored 3 goals too. Peter Moore.
Collingwood are in front.
We're 35 metres out from goal, and the Magpies lead by 2 points.
Dunn, stolen by Montgomery to Alves, spills it, runs into all sorts of trouble as Hillwyn not in possession, and will take a free kick. Been a good player, Stan Alves. Goes on looking for Montgomery. I thought a Montgomery mark. This is Ken Montgomery, North Melbourne's halfback flanker. He's going across the centre of the ground looking for leads, and there's none forthcoming. It's all Collingwood. Barham in there, about to go. He's had to lower his colours slightly to Wayne Schimmelbusch, but he goes into attack now. Moore, knocked to ground, Dunn still. Croswell for North Melbourne. A bad one. Max Richardson for Collingwood. On to Moore, a good hand pass. Moore straightens up and shoots for goal and puts it through for his squad. And Collingwood further ahead. Listen to the roar now.
44-36, Magpies in front as Keenan gets up all over Thompson. Stefanik kicks North Melbourne into attack, down towards Arnold Brightis. They have a winner in Arnold Brightis, but that's Robert Hyde for Collingwood, kicking them out of defence, out towards the wing. Schimmelbusch and Barham. Schimmelbusch with more experience. Barham right with him. Barham indicating that he dropped it. With his hands at Schimmelbusch takes the free kick. Coming straight up towards towards the edge of the goal square. Thompson gets himself back there and punches away. Shaw not showing much endeavour. John Byrne, 21, ran the wrong way. This is Malcolm Blight now with a dribbler. Picked up quickly by Hyde. Steadies, pops it straight back towards the centre. Magro misses it. Schimmelbusch again. Schimmelbusch desperate. This is Wayne Richardson now. Very good finals play. Big occasion man. Quickly up towards Kink. Knocked away by Dench. Good play, Dench. Kink goes after it again. A good duel here. Looking for the free kicks. Wearmouth had copped plenty today. Gives it to Magro. They play on. Up towards Peter Moore once again. This time it's Keenan in front. More effort from Keenan is needed. The short pass quickly towards Cowton. It's too high for him, but at the back was Henshaw, and North Melbourne, that's Tanner, and North Melbourne live again.
Well, the pressure really is on North, whereas in the first quarter, certainly it was on Collingwood. Magpies looking better. There's a rattled mark. Thompson comes out with it. Rayshaw streaking forward, shepherded by Magro. Peter Moore again, 4-goal man, but behind is Keenan. What a great mark. Peter Keenan now calming the North Melbourne defence down, finds his former Melbourne teammate in Stan Elves. Half-back flank, certainly taken the points against Wayne Gordon, playing in his first grand final. Elves, man of vast experience. John Byrne tripped, should be the free kick. Umpire Robinson doesn't allow it. Andrew Ireland traps the ball inside. Magro, Dunn, nice teamwork Collingwood, to centre half forward. Beautiful disposal by Dunn, gives Moore the chance again. The high fly, now the crumbs gathered by Kink. Robbed of possession, still within scoring distance. The long left foot into an unguarded goal is offline, but still the danger and the pressure there for North Melbourne. 10 metres out from the Collingwood goal, and the Magpies lead by 8 points after 10 minutes of the third term.
Moore and Keenan. Casson gets it on his head. Kink steals it. Gets it out to Shaw. Shaw has Max Richardson clear in the centre, but goes for goal, and he's put it through for another one for the Magpies, and away they go. 7-8-50. North Melbourne 4-12-36.
For Collingwood. And Doug Gott, who hadn't had many kicks in that back pocket, about 1 or 2, I think, and he finds Thompson, or Thompson found the ball rather, having a big influence on this match for Collingwood, playing a very cool game, putting it together extremely well. His best finals match ever, I believe. Hasn't had too many good ones. Thompson, or rather Henshaw, out of trouble, quickly into the arms of Magro. Magro drives him forward, finds Kink, who's a loose man. There's no one in 15, 20 metres. He knows it. He heads towards goal, puts it through. And the Magpies are really savage at the moment. That's his second goal. Third quarter. And Schimmelbusch looking a little bit flustered and overworked. Keenan taps that one down. Wrong player takes it away. Cable's in there, trying to get things moving. He's had a poor day. Collingwood Rovers have done very well in Ron Wearmouth and Ray Shaw. And the ball up on the outer side, on the wing. Big Gribber plays around. John Byrne. North Melbourne stars just haven't shone today. Malcolm Blight, Phil Baker, Barry Cable particularly. A drop mark. Oh, lovely play. Doug Gott threw it down. Has a chance to go in again. He didn't have it. Right, so he'll take the free kick. Almost written off this year. Doug Gott managed to scramble home after an injury that thought it would require surgery, but he persevered and he's playing in the grand final. What a great way to go out of the season. Clever play. Max Richardson now down towards the half-forward flank. Anderson, Sutton across to Henshaw. Henshaw's got a paddock in front of him this time, and Cable tells him what to do with it, calls for it to open up play. North are desperate. They desperately need a goal. They're just withering away at the moment. Elves kicks it towards full forward. Great mark in front of the pack by Worthington. That was a strong mark.
Well, Worthington's got a lot of room to direct that ball to, and Ray Shaw is standing over there alone. He goes right down through centre wing to Barham. Great mark, Barham. An open goal. What spectacular football. Barham's kick for goal. And Collingwood's ninth. Sensational football by Ricky Barham. 3 minutes gone in the last term. Collingwood 30 metres out, North Melbourne at least, 30 metres out from goal. Baker against Thompson. Baker feigns the push. Sharking by Schimmelbusch. Schimmelbusch straightens up. This could be North's first goal. It's not, since quarter time. 23-minute mark of the first quarter was Collingwood's last goal.
North's last.
Sorry, North's indeed. They were 4 goals for at that time, and they're now 4 goals 16. Kevin Worthington coming back to take the ball. Collingwood trailed by 17 points at quarter time, by 2 points at half time, and their lead now is 26 points. Worthington cleverly on with play and finds Andy Ireland between half-back and centre wing. Ireland's kick is a bad one, favours Henshaw, who has to double back and gain momentum going the other way. He returns the ball to the forward lines from North Melbourne. but a great play by Magro. He's been a winner for Collingwood all day.
Bridus being held badly by the arm, and a bad miss by the umpires. Cross looking for Gumbleton, who marks. I don't think he was looking for Gumbleton. On to Needlefold. Kick number 2 in this quarter. Is he going to do a Wayne Richardson? Gotten Sutton. Sutton from behind. A beautiful mark. Daryl Sutton, who's been one of North's best, if not probably their best player. A redhead from Tasmania. Moved to full forward this last quarter to try and do something about North's lamentable inaccuracy. Straightens up and kicks for goal, and has he popped it through? I think he has. Well, can North come back?
4 goals, 4 straight kicks. That's what it adds up to when North are back in business. It's a matter of whether they can do it. Keenan all over Thompson, holding him with one arm and hitting the ball with the other, and Thompson takes another free kick. A good game from Thompson. Super game from the Super Pies today. Oh, Moore was up high again for Collingwood. This is Montgomery to clear it and drives it down towards the half-forward line. Vanessa dropped it. He's upended. Dench steams away with it now. Could be another goal. There might be a spree of them. The mark! Baker! Goal! They've done it. 4 goals, Phil Baker. 4 goals to Phil Baker. 1 goal to David Dench, and that other one to Daryl Sutton a moment ago, and all of a sudden they're back in it.
Well, 27 points has diminished to 15 points. The advantage being held by Collingwood. It only took 5 minutes for 2 goals for North Melbourne. They're really running now. Nettlefold, third kick for him, since coming on at 3/4 time. John Burns hand passes a bad one, has to Foxton himself, then gets the ball going to Bridus. Bridus, well done. He was off.
That was so close.
And Bridus only a matter of 40 metres out, if that. Arnold Bridus has 4 behinds and 1 out of bounds to his credit. He hasn't improved that record. It's another behind. It's 5 straight to him. And a goal then would have made it most interesting. 9 points it could have been. It's now 14 points.
Well, is the word collywobbles wandering around the ground at the moment. Worthington looking out Thompson's way. Thompson hasn't let him down. He's marked. He's tried to go on. No one taking a great deal of interest on the mark as Thompson kicks up in the air. Cable outreached. Tanner. Struggle of players on the ground. And it's behind the neck, and it's a North Melbourne free kick to Xavier Tanner. And a wonderful duel in the centre between he and Magro as he drives him into attack. Baker in the front there. Oh, over the back. Bridus gets a bad run of the ball. On to Dench. Dench shoots for goal. And he's put it through. His second. And North Melbourne back in business. 9 points the difference. We've gone 12, 13 minutes into the last quarter, but remember we'll have about 2 or 3 minutes extra time.
Look at Keenan. Man in front wins it. Could be done. North into attack through Cable to the half-forward line. No one able to mark it there. Bill Pickens safe. Gives it beautifully across the wing. Oh, look at Schimmelbusch. The desperation of Schimmelbusch. He raced straight past Marlin. Wonderful effort, Schimmelbusch, but kicks it to one of his opposition, 2 of his opposition, and Hyde's got it. Good bump by Arnold Bridus, who's got the robbers in front of goal. This is John Burns.
Look at this!
Straight down to the Baker in the goal square, and they're in business again. Scores a level at the 13-minute mark. In this final quarter, the scores are level.
We can expect a 32-minute turn. Plenty of time for both teams, and it's North Melbourne with the run-on. Thompson against Keenan. North are getting the ball away from the centre. Magro, a winner in the 3rd term, is now down to Tanner. They're fumbling. Andy Ireland can't handle it. Umpire Sutcliffe is called for the ball, and there's a bounce midfield. North Melbourne, trailing by 27 points only 15 minutes ago, have tied the scores. Keenan taking over from Thompson. Gets the ball away. Sharked by Wayne Richardson. He's playing well. Montgomery, safe, normally. Dropped it, done, into an open goal. Collingwood back in front anyway. He's offline, but they're in front by a point. Dunn shouldn't have missed that one. He's been very quiet. 2 behinds only. But the Magpies, their only second scorer for the term.
Croswell for North Melbourne. Over the, it's a bad one. Bounce, fools everybody. Fisted away. Gordon and Alves. Still Gordon. Scoops it over the line and out of bounds. Still in the Magpies attacking zone. They're a point in front. We've gone 15 minutes into the last quarter. Down it goes. Tanner for North Melbourne. Trying to get clear. Still going on. Still goes on. Still goes on. Caught and holding the ball. And a free kick to Wayne Richardson, who's played a real steadier for Collingwood in this last quarter. 250 odd games of experience. Keenan in the pack, fisted down to Stephen Eck, grabbed by Kink. Held when not in possession, rules umpire Sutcliffe. And Kink will take the free at centre-half forward within scoring distance. And there's Barassi on the phone down to the runner, making the odd point, forcefully. Kink at centre-half forward. Runs close to the man on the mark, drives it goalwards. It's offline. So Collingwood 2 points in front.
Crosswell, one of Barassi's moves, playing on the back line now. Dench in the centre-half forward position, kicks it out towards the centre. Nettlefire with a good handball at the burn. Racing through them quickly is Tanner. Tanner along to Stan Alves. He's running into the half-forward line. It's a good-looking pass. Too long for Baker. Too high there for Worthington. Cassin's bumped off balance. Brightus, he can't kick though today. He's left his kicking boot at home. Wheels around now. Maybe well, that's not going to do anything for them. It's up and down. Punched out of that pack. Collingwood under pressure now. Manasseh gets them out of trouble, but there's Tanner waiting for it. And Tanner, if he runs, he's just about within kicking distance. It's a good 50-metre kick. Thompson lurking in the goal square. Over the top was Sutton, but it hit their fingers and it's gone through for a behind to North Melbourne. Oh, well summed up, Doug. Schimmelbusch, one of the greatest contesters of any sport. Over the top. It's all North Melbourne at the moment. Cable's told what to do with it. A beautiful hand pass right into the waiting arms of Tanner. A short one over the top. A bad one to Keenan. Puts Dunn in position. Oh, Keenan punched him. Gumbled it. Stan Alves. No. Montgomery. Monty. Has kicked the Brightus. Got it! It's allowed. Arnold Brightus has left his goal-kicking boot at home today. He just can't fire for goal. He's kicked 6 behinds from all sorts of positions.
And 2 out of bounds, Jeff.
And 2 out of bounds. And at this stage, at the 20-minute mark, last quarter, there's 1 point the difference. Collingwood are leading. 1 point levels it. If he kicks a goal, North are back in front.
There's Bond warming up on the boundary line for Collingwood.
Waiting on Arnold Brightus. He'll kick the ball from about 25 metres out.
His luck must change.
It must, David. Wait and see. It hasn't. He's got rotten luck today. That's 7 behinds. How could he's losing the game for North Melbourne?
Worthington with the ball. The scores are tied again. Second time in the term. 69 points each. Worthington taking plenty of time. Noticeably, Thompson is fading out of the game. Keenan rucking strongly still for North. There's Keenan thumping it down. John Byrne, open goal coming up. Wait on it, to behind. North Melbourne are in front. That's what they've been waiting for. Barassi irate again at these misses by the North Melbourne players. You look down the list, there's 6 behinds or 7 behinds to Brightus, 3 to Tanner, 3 to Byrne without goals.
Worthington again going straight down the centre. Cowton with a big fist. Cable coming across, loses the ball. Going through Hyde. Out in the Dunn direction and Gumbleton. Dunn. Gumbleton falls. Dunn recovers. Goes centrewards. This is Moore and Croswell. 1-on-1. Hands up. Weirmouth. Ducks and dodges. Has Henshaw on his hammer. Goes over the line and out of bounds.
Well done, Henshaw too, eh?
Good
Great
defensive stuff. North needed a goal there to give them, make Collingwood 2 kicks behind. Keenan and Moore. Keenan straight on to Montgomery, straight into Alves. It's good football for North Melbourne. Tanner drifting across, but he's recovered by Wayne Richardson. And Montgomery, Alves holding play up over there while North Melbourne players finally get into position. Elves, the pass. And what a beautiful pass it is too. Straight to Montgomery. And Collingwood not picking up players. Tanner. Xavier Tanner. It is not Montgomery. Tanner straight across to Carlton. No, Bridus. Bridus hooks it back in. It's the big desperation now. Baker! Right in front, and he's already kicked 5. Phil Baker. A hero. His 6th.
He couldn't have placed them better. He kicked 3 in the first quarter, and he kicked 3 in the last.
The throw in. Thompson. Collingwood again, but it's all North Melbourne here in the centre. Casson breaks clear, and he's got Baker on his own. A bouncer. Worthington. Out Worthington and Dench. Dench shipping in there. Montgomery into the goal square. Bridus. Thompson at the back with a sit. Goes over both heads. Manasseh to back up. And he'll stream down the centre of the ground. Drives it straight in the arms of Gary Carlton.
Not looking, Collingwood. They're just desperate, Doug, aren't they?
Carlton has on his own over there Stan Elves, who marks half-forward flank, outer side of the ground. North Melbourne's experienced players showing up now, and Elves goes across looking for Nettlefold and finds him. Lateral football, Nettlefold straight on into the goal square. It's all Collingwood here. Sutton in front. At the back, Ray Shaw. Then Baker goes for him. Ray Shaw takes the free kick around the neck. Comes up to say a few words with Baker. The time, 27 minutes, but at the quarter will go a good 30 or 31 minutes. And North Melbourne in front by 7 points.
A risky short shot there, but it's okay. It finds Robert Hyde. And Collingwood now struggling for their survival after having the game well in their keeping, and now they've handed it back to North Melbourne in this last term. Gumbleton dropped it, fumbled badly. This is Eck, he won't. He's been a great finals player. Kicking out towards the flank. Thompson's tired, but he'll be first man to the ball. Great game from Thompson this afternoon. Well, the handball's not good. Schimmelbusch is there, but so too is Barham. A good duel. And it will be balled up. Just repeating that North Melbourne were 27 points down at the start of this final term and hadn't scored a goal for the second nor the third quarter. And yet they're back in front now.
Good tackle.
He says hi.
Doubt it. Wayne Richardson to take the free, almost on centre wing. Time running out for the Magpies. They're having a lot of trouble penetrating the half-forward line. Or conversely, North Melbourne's half-back line led by Montgomery. There he is now. Beautifully onto Nettlefold. Short one to Byrne is ill-directed, and the free kick for out of play on the full will go Collingwood's way. Andy Ireland, no, Bill Picken. Picken towards half-forward, a host of North Melbourne defenders. Now they're desperate, wanting to close up the play. There's one of Collingwood's earlier winners in Ron Wearmouth. He can't escape. Neither can Gordon. And both players hugged in that big, tight defensive pattern that North Melbourne has set up across their half-back line. Time running out. 7 points the difference North Melbourne's way. Schimmelbusch. On to John Byrne. A high fly by Andy Yarman. Back to Picken. Picken almost into the man coming on to him, but escapes. And up towards Dunn. Very lackadaisical approach by Ross Dunn, although that's the way he plays his football. Kick smothered. It comes through. He's playing well in the back line now. One of a host of North Melbourne moves that have really turned rags to riches.
The throw in. Dunn and Keenan. Nobody. Bond in there. So is Magro. Magro back in towards Shaw and Croswell. Shaw, Moore, boots it through. He's missed for a point. Behind for Peter Moore. That's 4-4. And North Melbourne heave a sigh of relief. And I think we've got a situation where there's 1 goal the difference. Can we have a tie in the grand final of 1977?
Awfully close. As we mentioned before, yourself and David, Doug, that there's extra time on because of Doug Grott's injury. And a long kick into play by Brent Crosswood. Tanner starring in the centre. Pushing the back. Robert Hyde will take it. He's in the middle. Looking for the leads. Kink's giving him one or telling him to kick over his head. He does that. Peter Moore's in good position to mark if he flies. Got a hand to it. Didn't hang on to it. Dunn's lost it for Collingwood. That was Shane Bond. Cable fighting. Dunn taps it out the back. Dumbledon caught with it, chips it along. Boundary line's going to intervene. It has, as that was a desperate passage of play. The players obviously looking at the scoreboard and the time clock. With the throw in, Keenan wins it. It went through Max Richardson's hands. The ball up's the obvious at the moment, I think. No, Cable gets it, clears it. This is a danger one. Someone will have to mark it. No, they won't. Kink's in there. This is Twiggy Dunn fumbling. Casson's pushed.
No, this is umpire Robinson.
he was right on it, wasn't he?
Pressure on umpire Robinson now, isn't there? Because that pack was really shielding him from the action. Look at Barassi screaming orders. 40 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Thompson, Cowton, Gordon, and now Ray Shaw. On to Kink. Kink can hand pass outside, but he goes for the kick towards goal. The bouncing ball favours Moore. Moore can spin round, get the hand pass back to Magro if he wants. Magro goes past, but he's beset by that North Melbourne pack again. Play goes on. Magro's kick for goal is out of play on the full.
You almost hear the expelled breath blowing the crowd back then.
6 points the difference. North Melbourne lead. 9:22 to 9:16. 31 minutes gone. Collingwood will have to score in the next 60 seconds to tie this game.
31 minutes gone in this grand final. Nettlefold kicks it over to a huge pack of players. Pick and marks. Collingwood never saying die. What a match it's been, particularly this last quarter. Into the goal square. Big pack of players.
The Collingwood mark.
Thompson. No, Dunn.
Well, don't tell me a tie's coming up.
Don't tell me a tie, and we're back here next Saturday.
Must be a tied game, Doug, because we played 32 minutes.
As we know, the last quarters in grand finals normally go about 28 or 29 minutes. There's hope written all over their face. Fingers, legs, eyes, arms, everything crossed in the Collingwood box as Dunn comes in, drives it through for a goal, and it's a tie. Ross Dunn's first major, and we've got a tied-up ball game at the 32-minute mark. Almost 33 minutes of the last quarter.
And that's Collingwood's first goal for the quarter. First goal for the last quarter.
Well, superfluous to say the next side to score will win the game if there is any time left, Jeff. 33 minutes.
We estimate that perhaps when Doug Gott was taken from the field on the stretcher, it took about 3 minutes for that to happen, but approximately. But siren time, any time. The police around the perimeter of the oval. We're back in middle now. Can imagine what the players are feeling out there. The bounce. Thompson runs in, backhands it. Wayne Richardson taps it on further. Racing through was Dumbledon, didn't take the ball with him. Desperate, as any score will do. North into attack. Rayshaw dropped it. He's dropped as well. Manasseh at this stage. Quickly across towards Betts. Betts out towards the wing. Stan Alves. Alves will pick up. Drives it deep into the forward line. Two North Melbourne players waiting for the mark. Up the island. Beautiful. Oh, that may have been the saving mark. St. Andy. The bell's about the ring. I'm sure it's about to ring. The kick up towards the wing. No one can mark it. Shane Bond quickly gets it. Races on.
There's a siren. There's the siren. The umpires haven't heard it. Umpire Robinson has. So it's a tie. We're back again next Saturday.
Hey, right. Ron, what about next week? Any injuries that you know of?
I think we've got a few sore spots. I'm not sure whether they're going to be injuries that are going to cause us any worries, but no, I think it'll be okay.
Right, I know that you probably haven't thought about going through another training session for next week, but have you any other ideas of how you're going to get yourself through next week?
Well, we'll take it easy, just sharpen up and try and keep ourselves as loose and as lucid as possible.
Yeah. You look very drained, Ron.
Well, I would like to go through this every day. Once a week's enough, or once a lifetime.
Well, I've never seen you so subdued after a game in life, but no doubt we'll see the bubbling Ron Barassi next week. Well,
a bit of bubbling might help.
What were you thinking when Ross Dunn had that mark in front of goal? He's about 20 yards out. What thoughts were going through your mind, if you can recall them?
Oh, I thought he would kick the goal, I can assure you of that, but I think I quickly looked at the scoreboard to find out that it was going to be level and wondering how long that we had to still win the match. And I suppose to the players' credit that when we were 7 points down and the scoreboard or the time clock had gone as late as what it had, our fellas never gave in, and I suppose we had as much of the ball in the time on period as what we had for the previous, say, 25 minutes of that particular quarter.